My wife received a notice that she didn't pay her taxes in 2020, but we have proof that she did. What do we do? Pretending to be the IRS is probably the top pretext for scams right now. Be very deliberate in ensuring that you do not assume that this letter is genuine or that any of the contact information on the letter is legitimate. Reach out to the IRS through independently verified channels as others on this thread have suggested. If you call a number on the .gov website and then confirm you are missing something, then send off that information as directed. Have her call the IRS and ask them, not Reddit. Take a look at the IRS.gov site, read their FAQ about the situation, make sure the phone number on the website is the same as the one on the letter. https://www.irs.gov/help/let-us-help-u. Double check the number online to make sure it's the right one, or photocopy your receipt or tax return from 2020 and mail it to the IRS, again using the address you find on the .gov address. 1. Assume it's a scam. Is it a scam? Probably. If you're concerned, contact the IRS directly, not via the notice. Again, assume the notice is a scam. Talk to the actual IRS. They'll tell you. Do not use any numbers or emails from that correspondence just in case it's a scam. Contact the IRS through the IRS government website and have them confirm any unpaid taxes. Definitely sounds scammy. Don't use the phone number on the letter, call them directly. In my limited experience, the people at the IRS who handle these issues are not the monsters we've been taught. They will listen and try to help. Make the call. IRS is a big scam this time of year. I'd not use the number on the letter. I'd go on the IRS website and get contact info from there. Email them a scan of the letter and ask if it's actually from them. Then ask them where to send your receipts or proof. They might even have a fraud email that you can send "this is like this" to confirm legitimacy. The IRS support line was pretty helpful and reasonable. I had screwed up my taxes bad one year and was freaking out, and they basically responded with, "Yeah, no problem. Here's the form and what to do with it. Under no circumstances would I respond to this or anything similar, and do not start sending your personal documents or information to the address on the letter you received. Don't call the number either. Find the proper agency on a .gov site, or you can actually visit a local IRS office. They have one in my area and they were fast and helpful. Scamming has become very sophisticated. I know that receiving a letter from the IRS is extremely unsettling, but do your due diligence. Scammers want you to be shook up in the hopes you will immediately respond out of fear. If, in fact, this really turns out to be the actual IRS, you have documentation and it can be handled face-to-face with an agent at a local office. To me, it would be worth the trip. Go online and check your account. I do this for every suspect email or letter. Sounds like you know the answer. You can do a conference call or put them on speakerphone, but your wife should be the one to actually make the call. I would also advise pulling up any bank records, if your bank site goes back that far, to find any evidence from your end that the payment was processed. Send in the documentation and the IRS will adjust her records. If you file yourself, call the IRS using the number listed for them from the official website, not any number in email, text or even mail, to confirm it is the actual IRS and not a scam, and speak to a representative to verify their records. If they are actually incorrect, they will give you instructions to send your proof to them. If you file through an accountant or tax representative, then contact them directly and tell them what you received, and then follow up with the IRS directly as directed above. This sounds like a phishing bank scam claiming to be the IRS and demanding that you give them your bank information. Have her check the IRS website to see if she owes money. Be on speakerphone and have her say, "Fake IRS agent name you. Her name doesn't owe money from 2020. I'm looking at her information." Watch them hang up fast. Know someone who got a fake letter from the IRS. She went to IRS, and they called at the right time, and they hung up fast when speaking with a real agent. Go to irs.gov and get a phone number, then call that number to make sure the letter is legit. If it is, they will tell you what to do next. If not, then the letter goes to the trash as a scam. Do not call the number from the letter or mail or email anything to them based on that letter. Only call the IRS number listed on their website. Call and talk to them. They're usually fairly reasonable if you're cool with them. Probably an administrative error. They are getting savvy if the scammers are sending letters now. I think they caught on that the IRS doesn't email, call, text about owed money. Letters only. They, scammers, tried to get me in 2020-2021. Told me they send the sheriff after me. I laughed and told them to do it. In their terrible broken English, they got heated. I had a little bit of fun with it before they hung up on me. I have no advice, as everyone else's is better and accurate. If it is a scam, absolutely let the IRS know, and maybe even the USPS. They are committing a crime via the mail, assuming it was USPS, which then makes it their turf. Just call the IRS, they'll straighten it out. They do send out notices in error sometimes. Look up an IRS number separately from any communications that you have received to ensure that you are not going to be calling a scammer and losing all your money. They will be able to direct you and help you figure out if it is legitimate and what you need to do, if anything.